Now for our new classic serial, a two-part dramatisation of Samuel Butler's satire on Victorian values. Erewhon.
You'd better sit near the fire.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord Stafford. And thank you for agreeing to see me.
Good Lord.
Forgive me. Since my return to England, I found it difficult to readjust to the damp, inclement weather.
You are aware, I don't have much time. I have a luncheon at 12.
But I really shan't keep you a second longer than necessary. And again, thank you for responding to my letter.
Well, I sometimes like to take an interest in curiosities.
I have tried to attract the like of the Royal Geographic Society, the Royal Academy, the English Exploration and Colonisation Consortium, but I've been shown the door barely as soon as I've begun. Indeed, at the Royal Academy, I was told to take my story, as they put it, and take it to a publisher's of fiction. Extraordinary! But then I came across your name in some of the dailies and heard of your stakes in overseas investments, and so I thought...
What did you think?
The full-scale expedition of the kind I proposed would require considerable financial backing, yet the rewards would be...
You are getting ahead of yourself, and you have less than 2 hours by that grandfather clock, so perhaps you should...
Sound advice, Lord Stafford. Sound advice. Very well. If your lordship will excuse me, I will say nothing of my antecedents, nor the circumstances which led me to leave my native country. Suffice it to say, I thought I could better my fortunes more rapidly abroad than in England. I shall say also nothing of my whereabouts on leaving England, and less still on the name of the distant colony to which I sailed. This information I shall disclose only once I have secured backing for my ambitious plans. A necessary precaution, I'm sure you would agree. Yet, the name of my ultimate destination I shall freely disclose, safe in the knowledge that it is found nowhere on any map, either ancient or modern. The name of that destination is Erewhon.
Erewhon by Samuel Butler. Dramatised for radio by Eamon O'Neill, Martin Shea and James O'Neill. Episode 1.
Alexander the Great had conquered the known world by the time he was 30.
Oh, aye, but Alexander the Great didn't have to contend with the bloody mindedness of 10,000 sheep.
No, listen, my point is... Do you not even speculate upon what might lie on the other side of those mountains?
Only to speculate. There's plenty of land here.
It all belongs to someone else.
What's the lesson today, then?
No, Alexander the Great.
No, I was only referring to him in the context of what he would do in our position, faced with an unexplored mountain and the possibility...
Lad, calm yourself down.
Sorry, sir.
And you, lad, should stop agitating the boy.
Oh, we're not doing anything of the sort, sir. It's like the boy's got an itch and he won't let off scratching.
Meaning?
Ask him yourself, sir.
Well, Higgs.
I don't wish to speak out of turn, sir, but is no one in the least bit curious as to what may lie on the other side of that mountain range?
Not really. We left curiosity back in England.
Yeah, but there may be untold riches, gold, diamonds.
Listen, I've seen grown men try to get across that range. I've seen them go off with their high hopes and their talk of returning riches, and I've seen them all sneak back with their tails between their legs, if they sneak back at all.
But I could not be discouraged. Indeed, the failure of others only served to whet my appetite for an expedition. And so, when the shearing season was nearing its end, I stocked up on provisions from the last train from the coast and set off for the mountains. I allowed myself but one luxury, a music box given to me by my mother, God rest her soul. From the day I left home, I had kept it with me always and played it often. It never failed to warm my heart. As for my workmates, they bade me a fond farewell.
Oh, is the boy mad, eh?
You have to ask.
Farewell, Alexander the Not So Great.
If your lordship will allow, I shall gloss over my Herculean journey up and over that tyrannical mountain range.
I think that would be wise.
Suffice to say, I survived it. Yet even today I know not how. When I was discovered, I was sans provisions, sans horses, in a state of delirium induced by near total exhaustion. But I'm getting ahead of myself. For the first thing I encountered when I hauled myself over the teeth of those mountains was a strange and eerie sound. It stopped me in my tracks. Oh, dear Lord, what's there? Show yourself! And then all at once I saw it, or saw them, should I say. A dozen giant beings, darker than the cloud, looming in front of me. Dear God, no! When I regained consciousness, I saw the giants in clearer light, and immediately registered that they were not people, but statues. Gargantuan statues of faces. Their mouths were all open and hollowed out. Oh, that sound. It must be coming from these statues. The wind seems to play them like an organ pipe. Oh, thank God. What last night appeared to be like the screams of hell, this morning turned out to be nothing more than... It was at this point that I realized I was not alone. Standing less than 15 feet from me was a party of 6 men, all of fine, noble bearing. Forgive me. I have no idea what country I am in. I stumbled upon it almost by accident. However, I trust you will not allow any evil to overtake me now that I am completely at your mercy. One of the men stepped forward. He had a most benign expression. He produced a phial of a colourless liquid from a pocket and offered it to me.
Here. Drink.
What? What's this? Of course, my first instinct was not to touch it. This could be poison. But such was the sympathy in the man's eyes, and such was the exhaustion sapping my body, that I snatched the phial and downed it in a solitary, thirsty gulp. Oh, thank you. That was most refreshing. Whether it was the result of the potion, or a consequence of my tiredness, or both, I fell into a deep, dreamless slumber. And when I awoke, hours or days or even weeks later, who knows, I found myself being transported along on a horse-drawn cart, while all around me sat a number of what I now know to be Erewhonian men and women, each more graceful and refined and courteous than the next. Again, I will not trouble you, your lordship, with the details of my 3-week journey, except to say that the fertility and lushness of the land would be an envy of Eden itself. It seemed the Erewhonians were some 300 or 400 years behind Europe in their inventions. How wrong I was. But again, I'm getting ahead of myself. News of my approach had obviously got abroad, for great crowds had collected alongside the road.
You are most welcome!
Look at his blonde hair!
Thank you very much. You're very kind. Thank you. I'm very glad to be here.
We are very glad to see you!
Well, thank you very much. The road curved in a majestic long arc around a large orange grove, and then, there it was, the metropolis. How can I describe the unique splendour of that city? Situated in a rocky valley, the extraordinary inhabitants, for extraordinary they certainly were to conceive of, let alone execute such a vision, had carved out of the sturdy rocks homes and palaces and shops unrivalled in their elegance and ingenuity. And everywhere one looked, luscious vines cascaded down cliffs or congregated in the doorways and windows of each domicile. Running water sped in channels down the slopes, zigzagging their way past and in between buildings before gathering in the city's central broad natural plaza as a cool, refreshing lake. Here, indeed, man lived in perfect harmony and cooperation with nature. Extraordinary.
Yes, we like to think so.
It's incredible. And everyone looks so happy. In fact, such harmony was perfectly apt among these vegetarian people, whose concern for life in all its forms is, as I later discovered, borne out by some of their fabled works of jurisprudence, many of which grant legal status to animals and vegetables and other living things. The most famous work of this kind is their 12-volume tome, The Inalienable Rights of Shrubbery and Foliage.
Sir, we are honoured to receive you.
I am honoured to be so received.
I hold the office of Mayor of this great city, and these are my aldermen. You are most welcome.
Most welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. My name is Higgs.
Yeah, well, Mr. Higgs, visitors from other lands are something of a rarity. We will, of course, extend you every hospitality.
Every hospitality.
And indeed, my eyes had already been drawn to a great spread of exotic food laid out on a table that appeared similar to, but somehow more lustrous and more tempting than any I had ever seen before.
Do you have an appetite, Mr. Higgs?
Oh, indeed, I could eat a horse.
Oh, give me my most sincere apologies. We do not eat horse. We subsist entirely on...
No, I didn't mean... It's just an expression.
Please, eat.
Eat.
I'm truly touched. When one travels far from the familiarities and custom of one's own world, one, to an extent, takes one's life into one's own hands. What?
What is that noise?
Well, I don't hear it.
What is that?
What? That ticking? Where's my pocket watch?
What?
Yeah, it's here, look.
Seize him!
The room was, in a thrice, jammed full of what I would later learn are harmony enforcers. They incapacitated me while one of their number secured my pocket watch.
Here it is!
No, don't break it, it's mine!
Is this how you repay our hospitality?
Hospitality?
Well, it's only a pocket watch.
Do you have any more machines?
What? No, none at all. This was not entirely true. Nestling in a secret pocket in the lining of my jacket was my music box. But having seen my pocket watch smashed into pieces, I was damned if the same fate was going to befall this precious gift from my mother.
You are under arrest, Mr. Higgs.
Why? What for?
Why do you think?
I don't know what to think.
Take him away for interrogation!
I was led to the basement, then down a narrow corridor with doors on either side at regular intervals. Cells, no doubt. I was escorted by one of the aldermen and several harmony enforcers.
The next one on the right is free.
Look, I'm sorry if I've offended anyone by saying...
The only thing you've offended has been your own liberty.
What have I done wrong? What am I being charged with?
What? Possession, of course.
Possession? Of what?
Of technology.
Technology?
Right. Put him in here.
But...
The interrogator will be with you shortly.
The first thing that struck me about my cell was that it was not like a cell at all. It appeared more like a doctor's surgery, with medical charts, scales in the corner, and what looked for all the world like an examination couch dead centre. From the other rooms along the corridor, I could hear little but the occasional... Where was I? What was I doing in here? My head was spinning.
Mr. Higgs.
Yes?
Remove your clothes and lie down on the couch, please.
The interrogator wore long black robes and a black broad-brimmed hat that looked like a surgical mask over his nose and mouth.
And I would advise you to be compliant, Mr. Higgs, for this interrogation will take place with or without your cooperation.
Yes, indeed, but perhaps if we simply discuss this matter, because there's evidently been a misunderstanding in the sense that
I'm not a magistrate, nor am I a counsel. I am an interrogator. My job is not to discuss, but to interrogate. Right. Stick out your tongue and say "ah," please.
I'm sorry?
Stick out your tongue and say "ah."
Ah.
Wider.
Ah. What followed was the most thorough medical examination I have ever received. Everything was appraised and measured. Lung capacity, muscles, bones, teeth, nails. Particular attention was paid to my hair and skin, samples of which were studied intently with a large magnifying glass. When the interrogator was finished, he wrote up all his results in a faded ledger.
How's it looking?
It's quite extraordinary.
So I've heard.
His hair can only be classified as pure blonde, while as for his complexion...
Immaculately fair?
Immaculately fair.
Are you ready, Mr. Higgs?
What? Who are you?
I'm your defence counsel. Your trial's about to start.
What? This is ridiculous!
We don't have much time. I'll brief you on the way. Oh, and you better get dressed.
As we made our way to the court, my counsel gave me the most rudimentary of briefings.
Now, you're quite obviously guilty as charged.
But I haven't done anything.
In your own country, possibly not. In Erewhon, you most certainly have. Possession of technology, which is defined in law as any object which contains a mechanism, has been a punishable offence for almost 200 years.
Then it's a ridiculous law. I will defend myself and appeal to the good sense
You
of
will
the
do
people.
nothing of the kind. You will not even utter a single word. You will leave everything to me and do as I direct you.
You don't seem to understand.
No, you don't seem to understand, Mr. Higgs. Possession of technology carries with it a mandatory sentence of life imprisonment.
What?
Thought that would shut you up.
In that much, she was correct. I approached the court in silence and with a growing dread, which is why I was all the more startled by what greeted us once the heavy doors of the courthouse had been pushed open. The unmistakable sight and sound of ladies and gentlemen taking tea.
All rise for the judge!
It's just one case before us, a sentencing, I think.
Erewhon versus Mr. Recap, case number 121121. Bring the convicted man to his feet.
Then I saw the poor wretch in question, quite clearly ill, for he was pale and drawn and could barely rise. But the instant he did, a remarkable transformation came upon all those genteel people assembled in the public galleries.
Silence in court! Prisoner at the bar, you have led a life of crime. At the age of 12, you first came to the notice of the courts, accused of laryngitis. Silence, please! At the age of 15, you were convicted of acute bronchitis. 2 years later, chronic bronchitis. A year after that, a conviction for asthma. And now, barely 12 months since, you've been found guilty of a most heinous offence. Pulmonary consumption. You must know that... Order! You'll be held in contempt of court if you persist.
I'm terribly sorry, Your Honour. I know my chest is bad, but I caught it off my father who suffered from it.
You, sir, like all of us, are responsible for yourself. To attempt to pass the blame lowers you even further in the eyes of this court. You have chosen a life of crime. It is your responsibility, and you must face the full consequences.
Take it away!
Silence in court. I sentence the defendant to 25 years imprisonment with hard labor. Take him down.
Too good for it!
The gallery was now whipping itself up into a frenzy. But as I surveyed this seething mass of humanity, I chanced upon one face that seemed not to be consumed with righteous anger. It was that of a beautiful young woman with kind eyes that spoke of a simple, steadfast honesty.
Next case, Erewhon versus Higgs. Case number 121122. Oh, they don't make numbers like that anymore, do they?
Come on, let's have him
Counsel for the prosecution. Present your case.
Your Honour, the evidence against Mr. Higgs is incontrovertible. The defendant was found in possession of what has been identified as a pocket watch. The mechanism has been studied by our experts and authenticated as operational. Ergo, the defendant is guilty, and we would press for the sentence of life imprisonment.
Right. Counsel for the defence. Present your case.
Your Honour, we do not deny the charge. Mr. Higgs was indeed in possession of the offending item, but it is not upon these grounds that I base my case. I say to you, Your Honour, and to the court, look not upon what he has done, but look upon what he is. Look at him, ladies and gentlemen. Look at him. Mr. Higgs, please stand up if you will.
Yes, certainly, ma'am.
The interrogator's report I have in my hand contains the hard facts, but the hard facts cannot convey the splendour of this thoroughbred. Take off your shirt, Mr. Higgs.
Take my shirt off?
Off with your shirt, Mr. Higgs.
Very well.
Order!
Observe the grace and perfection of his features. His blonde mane, pure blonde in the view of the interrogator. Observe! And his skin so fair. Look at his skin. What perfect complexion. And recall, Your Honour, this man has travelled days and nights. He has scaled mountains and traversed mighty rivers. He has slept against rocks and subsisted on a diet we would all recognise as dermatologically deficient. And yet, can you see a mark? No. But how can this court, how can any court, find such a paragon of virtue guilty?
Oh, we can't.
To lock him away, to remove him from our sight, would be a travesty of justice.
A travesty.
A travesty of justice.
Yes. Free him.
Your Honour, set free this noble prince. Let him run free. We shall not see his like again.
I thank the counsels for their submissions. My judgment is as follows. This man is guilty of a serious crime. And yet, the defense counsel has appealed to our most fundamental beliefs, our most common phrases. You can always judge a book by its cover. All that glitters is gold. Reflect our innermost convictions. I therefore rule that Mr. Higgs is to be released with immediate effect. But with one condition. One of our citizens must be willing to take this foreigner into their care, to give him a home, welcome him into their family, and make sure we do not see an unfortunate incident arise like this again.
If your honour pleases, my family would be honoured so to do.
It was a voice from the gallery behind me. I turned to seek my saviour and discovered, to my delight, that he was sitting beside the beautiful young woman with the kind eyes. She seemed to be his daughter. What a change in my fortunes! But a few hours after my arrest, there I sat in the graceful home of my adopted family, the Nosnibors. Like all Erewhonian buildings, built seamlessly into the mountainside, I cannot conceive that this dwelling had a rival for sheer imagination and elegance. For example, running down one wall of the dining room was a sprightly waterfall which provided the family with all their domestic requirements. This profound symbiosis between man and the rest of creation is the hallmark of Erewhon, and the first thing I recall whenever I hear the syllables of that name.
Are you sure you desire no more dessert, Mr. Higgs?
As for the family itself, they were the epitome of good manners and hospitality.
To repeat, Mr. Higgs, you must treat this abode as your own. I only hope that your unfortunate episode with the courts has not cast a shadow on how you view us here in Erewhon.
I assure you, ma'am, it most certainly has not. For every uncomfortable moment I have spent in your country, I have spent 10,000 others most stunningly impressed. The generosity and kindness I have experienced here, I have experienced nowhere else on earth.
Look how the sun catches your golden hair. Did you see that, dear?
I did indeed. Most impressive.
Did you see it, Arowena?
Yes, I saw... I'll prepare some tea.
Arowena had been quite quiet during dinner, but we had stolen a few glances at each other, and even with as little encouragement as this, my heart beat a little faster.
And please feel free to peruse any of the books that you see on the shelves.
You have so many. You must be a great reader.
Reader? Oh, no, I don't read them. I wrote them.
All of them?
My husband is emeritus professor at the university.
Oh, really? I've never formally studied, although I am inclined towards learning new things. What are you a professor of, if I may ask?
Well, he's professor of evasion and equivocation. The highest academic disciplines, aren't they, dear?
What? Well, yes, I suppose so. You could possibly say that in a manner of speaking.
Evasion and equivocation. Right, I see.
Yeah, but do you, Mr. Higgs? That is the question. Mastery of this field enables one to see and yet not see. Its study requires one to speak and write at length without ever committing oneself to an actual position of any kind.
Right.
I've written 657 books on the subject. They're the volumes you see on the shelves around you.
Mr. Nosnibor is in line for the chair of nullity.
Oh.
It would be quite an honour if awarded.
The boy doesn't want to hear about the chair of nullity, although it is quite a rare honour and the highest that can be bestowed by the college. It is only awarded to those who have managed to say nothing of substance in their entire career.
And you haven't, have you, dear?
I am quite certain I have not.
Well, congratulations.
Well, you see, Higgs, since you've taken an interest, let me explain the system of education here in Erewhon. We have something called the theory of hypothetics. People have such a strong...
The professor proceeded to speak at length and in great detail as to how Erewhonians placed less emphasis on fact and reality, preferring instead the potential hypothetical possibilities inherent in any and every scenario. At least, that, I believe, is what he said. The professor is a very learned man, and I, unfortunately, am not. Thus, our conversation became a monologue.
Which brings me to my seventh point, the deficiency of reason. This notion can be subdivided into 14 major elements. Element 1.
It was a long evening, but an enjoyable one. I was thrilled to find myself in such agreeable company. Nevertheless, that first day ended on a discordant note. I had noticed from the beginning that Mrs. Nosnibor was heavily with child. Thus, I ventured to inquire. And when is the baby due, Mrs. Nosnibor?
Is that tea nearly ready, Arowena?
At the end of my second week, an incident occurred which would give me an even greater insight into the heart of Erewhon. We were all in the lounge after supper, listening to Arowena play the harp.
Isn't it beautiful?
She is. I mean, it is. She plays beautifully. Beautifully.
Although at first, like all parents, we didn't want Arowina, she has proved to be an asset.
Is that so?
She most certainly has.
Yes, she not only excels at music, she also... You'll have to excuse me, Higgs. My presence is required next door.
Of course, certainly.
He'll only be 15 minutes. Oh, it's sheer heaven.
Oh, my word.
Sheer heaven.
Oh my goodness, no!
Something wrong, Mr. Higgs?
No. Well, yes. Mr. Nosnibor sounds to be in...
Oh, that. No need to be concerned, Mr. Higgs. He's simply being treated by the straightener.
The what?
Poor Mr. Nosnibor defrauded an elderly widow out of a very large sum of money. And
what?
So he's been suffering from fraud for quite some time. We thought he was over the worst of it, but...
Mr. Nosnibor defrauded an old lady? I can hardly believe it.
We're lucky that we've managed to secure the services of the very best straightener. So hopefully we'll see a total cure this time.
Of the many surprises Erewhon held in store for me, this was perhaps the most acute. Here was a man who I'd come to respect and feel a genuine affection for, and he suddenly seemed little more than a common thief. Worse still, his dear harmless wife was speaking about the scandal as if it were little more than a rash on the back of one's hand. And what of the poor lady who was...
What?
Well...
Oh, the widow has ended up where she belongs, at the misplaced confidence court. They say she'll face a prison term this time, but it's not the first time she's been swindled. I love this part of the music.
It all seemed topsy-turvy. But isn't our world topsy-turvy too? Albeit at a different angle.
And this is the newest part of the garden. I call it the secret garden. Isn't it lovely? The waterfall runs into this well. And look, the seat is carved out of the old oak. And look at all these flowers.
Arowina!
Oh. Coming, Mother! Isn't it beautiful?
Yes, it's beautiful. It's very, very beautiful.
It doesn't delight you?
Oh, of course it does. How could it not? The statue, the waterfall, it's all...
You can be strange, Mr. Higgs. It sometimes appears as if beauty's a burden for you.
A burden? Why, no. The opposite. It's just that here in Erewhon, everything is beautiful. Everything.
Would you rather it weren't?
No. Well, how can I put this? Don't you just long for something plain or unremarkable or even repulsive?
What?
Something to take away the relentless pressure that beauty mercilessly exerts on the eye.
I don't understand.
I mean, look at the people of Erewhon.
You would rather we were ugly?
I would expect someone to be less than fair of face, or complexion, or stature. Someone whose hands are too rough, or legs are too short. Some kind of small imperfection, a mole, a spot, or a crooked smile.
But a healthy body is a healthy mind.
Oh, I wish it were that simple.
It is here. We have a saying, you can tell a rotten apple by its skin.
And we also have a saying, and pigs will fly.
Pigs will what?
No, it's not to be taken literally. It's an expression. Pigs will fly. It means something is unlikely to happen.
Pigs will fly. What a peculiar turn of phrase. Although, it's sort of funny in a way, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Arowina!
Oh, I need to help Mother with supper. You can stay until called if you like.
Very well.
And don't worry, Mr. Higgs. Whenever we go for walks in future, I shall try and keep beautiful things off your itinerary.
No, now you misunderstand me. I don't object to beauty. On the contrary. But beauty, like all things, has its time and place. Although, I certainly don't object to beauty at this particular time and place.
Right. Well,
Oh, here, let me...
What are you doing?
Some petals have blown into your hair. Although, it's a shame to remove them, since they look more apt on you than on any flower.
Right. Well, supper's calling, so I need to... Mother's calling, so I need to...
I'll see you at supper.
Yes, bye.
Those first weeks at the Nosnibors was like living underneath a spotless blue sky. But then, a cloud arrived. It was just a solitary cloud, but, unknown to me, it heralded a detrimental change in the weather.
My dear friend Mahena!
My dear Professor Nosnibor!
Oh, you have the sticks again, I see.
We were at supper, but there's space for one more.
I have suffered a relapse, so to speak. I woke this morning and have not slopped down in grog since.
Oh, dear. Here, sit. Arowina, a seat.
I thought I had turned a corner.
Here, Madam Mahena.
Intemperance is the most merciless of afflictions.
Have something to eat. It will fortify you against the alcohol.
Not against the amount of alcohol that has passed my lips.
Oh my goodness! Oh my dear! Water! Someone, please! Water!
This whole pantomime lasted the best part of an hour. I say pantomime because it was clear to me that our uninvited guest was no more at the mercy of the demon drink than was my great-aunt Elizabeth, a scrupulously chaste lady who never let the word pass her lips, let alone the substance. The most peculiar element of this pantomime was the distinct feeling that everyone was playing a part. Mrs. Nosnibor with her tears, the Professor with his sound advice, Arowina with her practical assistance. Everyone appeared to know their role and their lines by heart. At length, calm and civility were re-established. And then I was formally introduced to the lady who had so memorably interrupted supper.
Higgs, this is Mahena Snickrep, a colleague from university.
Pleased to meet you.
She's Associate Professor of Conjecture and Ambiguity.
Am I? Well, you could say that. Well, I was until...
I understand.
Oh, do you? Oh, well, that is good of you. Do you know, your case has interested me. I should say I've only just come across it since I've spent most of the last 3 weeks in a state of near-permanent inebriation.
Father intervened in a most dramatic manner.
So I've heard. You are fortunate, Mr. Higgs, to have found such an eminent saviour as Professor Nosnibor. I am not nearly so eminent. I would have seen you hanged.
Mahena!
Possession of technology is a serious charge, one that should be prosecuted, not dismissed.
In the boy's defence, he could not have known the severity of what he was doing.
He didn't know what he was doing.
Ignorance is indeed the best defence in this case.
He's a most agreeable boy otherwise.
Most agreeable.
You have a band of admirers, Mr. Higgs.
Well, I'm most grateful to the Professor and Mrs. Nosnibor.
And Arowina.
Yes, and Arowina, for their generosity and hospitality.
What a delightful chap.
He is indeed.
I knew the Professor would allow no other sort into his home, which is what brought me here. I was intrigued as to how good and evil could so happily coexist.
But hardly evil. The boy is a stranger to our ideas and customs, a stranger to civilization.
Of course. Although I would imagine, Mrs. Nosnibor, that he is a most courteous and mannered guest.
Extremely well raised.
And bright and eager.
Very inquisitive.
And helpful with the household duties and chores, no doubt.
And pigs will fly.
Pardon me?
What did you just say, Arowina?
I said... I mean...
Pigs will fly?
Wherever did you learn to say something like that?
Where indeed?
I'm sorry, Father. It's just an expression.
By what mechanism will they be enabled to fly? How would such an enterprise be possible? By what machine? Or combination of machines do you intend to make true on your promise?
Calm down, dear.
No, Father, you misunderstand me. I mean...
I'm not sure he does, my dear.
Let us not have another commotion.
What sorcery has invaded your brain? How could you say such a thing? Fetch me the straightener! Someone fetch the straightener!
Come back, dear! Come back!
I judged, perhaps selfishly, that it were best if I did not claim patronage over such a disputed saying. Arowena, God bless her, must have thought the same, for she refused to name me as the source of the controversy. And yet, suspicion lingered, quite correctly, over my head. When Nosnibor had sufficiently becalmed himself, it was decided, or rather, Mahaina decided, that it would be in everyone's interest if I were taken to the so-called House of Machines for the express purpose of edification and enlightenment on this most pressing of topics.
I do apologise for my present state.
Oh, there's no need to apologise.
As soon as I left the Nosnibors last night, I went straight to the nearest tavern, and that was where I woke up. I've spoken again to my straightener, but Excuse me, who are you?
My name is Thims, ma'am. One of the curators?
Right. Well, I'm not in need of a curator, and kindly address me as Professor.
I'm sorry, Professor. But as I am sure you are aware, the Museum of Machines is fully curated?
Well, if you insist on tagging along, do, but try and keep up and keep quiet.
Certainly, Professor.
Yes, well, be sure you...
I admit to feeling a certain sympathy for Mahaina at the time, for it was evident that she was indeed suffering from an affliction. But it was not a moral one, intemperance, but a physical one. Perhaps emphysema, or lurgy.
Do you need a glass of water, Professor?
Even water is no shield against the power of liquor. My straightener has tried everything, but...
He no doubt is just as perplexed as you are.
Meaning?
Meaning... Well, I mean...
I'm sure our guest intends no offence, Professor.
No, none at all.
Right. Well, let's begin the tour.
Thank you, Mr. Thims.
My pleasure. It's Higgs, isn't it?
That's right.
I've heard all about you.
Really?
Yes. You're the talk of the town.
Could you two please keep up?
The museum was arranged into a series of large rooms, each filled with exhibits according to their harmfulness. Thus, one room was designated very harmful, another evidently dangerous, another extremely hazardous.
And now, moving on to the penultimate chamber, potentially lethal.
Mind the step here.
In here, we find mechanical devices adjudged to be of such a forbidding complexity that they pose a potentially catastrophic risk to human existence as we know it.
My watch!
I beg your pardon?
What? It's my watch. It's one of the exhibits. There, look.
The pocket watch?
Yes, there, beside the printing press.
Is it made of gold?
No, it's a simple alloy on the outside cover.
I wouldn't
inside...
sound so proud of the vile contraption if I were you.
Well, no, I'm not. It's just...
You truly have no comprehension as to the danger posed by your watch?
Well, no. You don't believe me?
I believe whatever you say.
It's just... If I can be frank...
What's wrong with you?
Sorry. Just clearing my throat.
Go ahead. Be as frank as you wish.
It's just... I have found Erewhon to be a place of great sophistication.
It is.
Which is why I don't understand why a simple pocket watch, or a printing press, or a machine of any kind should instill such fear. As far as I'm aware, there is no reason to be scared of these things we see before us here.
I completely agree.
What?
I completely agree.
But I think what the Professor means...
The Professor is fully aware of what the Professor means.
Sorry, Professor.
I agree, Mr. Higgs. The devices that line these rooms offer us no threat.
But then why should
It's not what they are. It's what they may become. Reflect upon the extraordinary advances which machines have made during the last few hundred years, and note how slowly the animal and vegetable kingdoms advance by comparison. What if the world were to last another 20 million years? What would machines have become by then? Is it not safer to nip the mischief in the bud and so deny them further progress?
But machines aren't conscious entities.
Well, who can say that the vapour engine has not a kind of consciousness?
What is consciousness anyway? Where does it begin and where end? Who can draw the line? Who can draw any line? Machines are fed, are they not, and liquidated and perform functions and tasks?
Yes, but they cannot reproduce, for instance.
Machines cannot be said to have more than a germ of a true reproductive system at present. But why should we wait until they do before taking action? You look confused, Mr. Higgs.
Well, no.
Well, then let me show you the final exhibit, here in the next chamber, which, as you can see, bears the legend Apocalyptic.
We walked through to the next room. Well, myself and Thims did. As for Mahaina, it was extraordinary that when she was lecturing, she looked the picture of radiant health. But as soon as she had to take a few steps...
Right now, observe.
That's incredible. I don't know what it is.
This is called a flying machine. The first was manufactured in Erewhon over 200 years ago.
A flying machine?
Correct.
Well, back home there's talk of producing such a device, but so far all attempts have proved to be failures.
The Erewhonian genius for technology is, I'm afraid, part of our dark past. This version was so advanced that there was a lever in the
cabin, Professor?
That's right, cabin. There was a lever in the cabin that performed a most incredible function. If depressed, this lever would enable the flying machine to fly by itself.
That's extraordinary.
Exactly. By the time of manufacture of this particular specimen, the flying machine had barely been invented 20 years. What would it have become in 20 million years if we had not destroyed all mechanical devices?
I thought of my solitary machine, my music box, stowed away in my room at the Nosnibors. There could be nothing as harmless or charming to my senses. But if it were here now, I wonder in which forbidding chamber it would be placed.
But there were still many in Erewhon, and there still are some, who despite everything sought to defend and promote the cause of machinism, which led us to the first Erewhonian civil war in...
Would the Professor like to sit?
What? What am I, a chair?
I'm sorry, it's just...
Is the drink... What are you looking at?
Forgive me, Professor, if I... It's just... I've never seen grog have such an effect on a person.
What are you suggesting?
Our guest is suggesting nothing.
I thought I told you not to speak... Grog! Grog! My body calls for grog!
I think I should accompany her.
I should stay as far away from her as possible if I were you.
You're acquainted?
Not with the individual, but with the type. Paragons of virtue whose bodies are riddled with ailments, but who sit in judgment on those with the merest sniffle. What's wrong?
Well, I'm a little surprised. I'm not used to hearing such candour in Erewhon.
Mr. Thims!
There is plenty of candour in Erewhon. You just need to know where to look.
Mr. Thims, we have an inebriated lady in the foyer. Could you help at reception, please?
Certainly, ma'am.
Thanks. For everything.
Just remember what I said.
When I returned to the Nosnibors, Arowena rushed to meet me at the gate.
Terrible news.
What? What's happened?
Mother's given birth to the baby.
What? And what's happened? Is there anything wrong?
With what? The sprog? Oh, who knows? Don't think so. We better go inside. The house is nearly full already. Come on.
Thank you. Arowena, good. The lawyer should be here at any minute.
Congratulations, Professor Nosnibor.
What?
It's hardly a time of celebration, Mr. Higgs.
Isn't it?
Everyone's here to commiserate, not congratulate.
There's the lawyer now. See to him, Arowena.
Yes.
Professor Nosnibor, what's going on here? Why the long faces? Where I come from, the birth of a baby is an occasion of unqualified joy, not misery.
What antiquated ideas you possess, young Higgs. Erewhon thankfully left such conceits behind many centuries ago.
Bring the boy down here!
Nosnibor explained that Erewhonians do not believe in life after death, but do subscribe to the notion of life before birth.
Pure souls. It's only the most foolish and renegade among them who choose to be born into the mortal world. And that's when the pestering begins. Pestering? Yes. Perfectly content, upright couples such as myself and Mrs. Nosnibor are pestered by these babies, and thus they enter our lives. Well, it happened once 18 years ago with Arowina, and now lightning has indeed struck twice.
Where is the blasted baby?
Absolutely, bring the thing down.
Which is why it is very important to have a good lawyer at times such as these.
A lawyer?
Yes, to draw up a watertight birth formula.
Nosnibor went on to explain that birth formulae are essentially a contract between the newborn infant and his parents, in which the infant accepts full responsibility for all physical blemishes and deficiencies which may render him answerable to the laws of the land, thus excluding his parents from any culpability in these matters.
Laws of the unborn kingdom.
The birth formula's ready, Father.
Excellent. Bring in the baby.
Yes, bring him down. Bring him down. Come on, let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
You naughty boy. Yes.
How do you intend to make amends for what you...
Good question.
Absolutely.
Little runt.
Yes.
Done this to such a gentle, loving couple.
Yes, hand me the birth formula and let me read this newborn his responsibilities. Now listen to this, my little man. You are responsible for all...
I confess that my head was spinning, not so much from the baby's persistent crying, but from the tumultuous admonishments to which the infant was greeted on all sides. The well-wishers were falling over one another in their attempts to deliver ever sharper invective.
You are a parasite, my little man. A parasite. Yes.
A parasite's too good a word for you, my boy. You are a drain.
Indeed you are.
Yes, a drain on this good family's kindness and generosity.
Yes, I hope you're listening to all of this.
I have not seen such mobbish anger and loathing since that day at the courthouse where that sick young man had come up against the cold fist of the law. I slipped out unnoticed from the commotion and made my way upstairs to my room. I was feeling melancholic. I don't know why. Perhaps it was the sound of the baby downstairs. Perhaps it was the disorientating insights into Erewhon I had seen that day. Their suspicion of machines, their displeasure at the arrival of the newborn. And so my heart turned to thoughts of home. The streets where I was raised. The mother who bore me. The low grey London sky. There was no denying that Erewhonians possessed many exalted and admirable qualities, and I repeat, their effortless natural grace, their social cultivation, their powers of sophistication are, to my mind, without equal. But as I listened to my little music box, and memories in warm, gentle waves came splashing back to me, I questioned their ceaseless war on machines. After all, this simple machine brings me pleasure, coaxes me back to centre stage, places and faces long since pushed into the wings. What harm does it do? What harm can it do? On the contrary, does it not link me to a past life, to a part of me that...
Oh no, what's that?
Arowina, don't be...
Machine!
No, listen, be quiet, I'll close it, here. You see? There's nothing to be scared of.
Machine! Machine!
No! Arowina, no!
Father!
No, Arowina!
Machine!
Listen to me. It's just a music box, it's nothing. No! Ow, don't kick me. No, look, it's nothing to be afraid of. It's just a trinket. Ow! No, don't bite me. Ow! Oh, very well, there you go. Go and get them to arrest me. Let them throw me into jail. Go on. If that's what you want, go. I won't stop you. What are you waiting for? Go.
Why have you got it?
It's nothing. It's something my mother gave me. She's dead now. It was homesick. It just plays music.
Your mother gave it to you?
Yes.
She's dead?
Yes. It's a worthless thing, but it's of priceless sentimental value.
I'm sure.
Listen.
No.
No, listen. I would never put you in danger, would I? Would I?
I don't know.
You know I wouldn't. Listen. First, You have to wind up the key, and then you open it. It's all right. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's pleasant, isn't it? You're smiling. It's nice, isn't it?
It's funny.
You see? Nothing to make a fuss about.
You can't be seen with this.
I'll get rid of it, I promise.
But you said it was your mother's.
It is. But you're the only person I'd get rid of it for. The only person.
Right. I should get back. Mother and Father...
Look, wait. I'll come downstairs with you.
Very well.
Is this our little secret?
It's our little secret.
My spirits have raised already.
Come.
Unfortunately for me, our little secret was no such thing. For unbeknown to either Erewhon or myself, we were not alone on the upper floor of the Nosnibor home.
Well, 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 Mr. Higgs. Well, well, well.
In Erewhon, Higgs was played by Graham Hawley, Arowena by Jasmine Hyde, Nosnibor by Jonathan Tafler, and Mrs. Nosnibor by Sue Riding. Mahaina was played by Bridget Forsyth, Lord Stafford by David Fleischman, Thims by Lee Simons, and The Judge by Stuart Richman. Erewhon was written by Samuel Butler, dramatised for radio by Eamon O'Neill, Martin Shea and James O'Neill, and directed in Manchester by Gary Brown.
Erewhon.
You are most welcome!
How can I describe the unique splendour of that city?
I hold the office of mayor of this great city, and these are my aldermen. You are most welcome.
Most welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
What is that noise?
I don't hear it.
What is that?
What? That ticking? Where's my pocket watch?
What?
Yeah, it's here, look.
Seize him!
Here it is!
No, don't break it, it's mine!
Is this how you repay our hospitality?
Our hospitality?
Do you have any more machines? Your Honour, the evidence against Mr. Higgs is incontrovertible. The defendant was found in possession of what has been identified as a pocket watch.
Oh, no. One of our citizens must be willing to take this foreigner into their care.
You can be strange, Mr. Higgs. It sometimes appears as if beauty's a burden for you.
A burden? Why, no. The opposite. It's just that here in Erewhon, everything is beautiful. Everything.
You are fortunate, Mr. Higgs, to have found such an eminent saviour as Professor Nosnibor. I am not nearly so eminent. I would have seen you hanged.
Mahaina!
Oh, no, what's that?
Arowena, don't be...
Machine!
No, listen, be quiet. I'll close it. Here. You see? There's nothing to be scared of.
Machine!
It's nothing. It's something my mother gave me. It just plays music.
Well, 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 Mr. Higgs. Well, well, well.
Erewhon by Samuel Butler. Dramatised for radio by Eamon O'Neill, Martin Shea and James O'Neill. Episode 2. Arowena, were you calling me?
What?
No, Father.
Where have you been?
Nowhere.
Here, Mr. Higgs, it's your turn.
Oh, how dare you baby.
You won't pay any attention to that, Higgs. You've really got to scold him. Now go on.
Very well. Now you listen to me, you...
What
What is the meaning of this?
Who called for the harmony enforcers?
What? How?
We have received a report that technology is being concealed in this house.
Do you know who I am? Are you aware whose home you've just invaded? Where is your commanding officer? I demand to speak to your commanding...
Perhaps I can dispel the confusion, my dear Nosnibor.
What? How?
I called for the harmony enforcers.
Mahena?
But why?
Somebody in this house, somebody in this room, has a fully functioning machine in his possession.
What? How?
Isn't that correct, young Mr. Higgs?
Is this the case, Higgs?
Let's take a different angle on things.
Search him!
Right, come here.
Be careful with him.
I'd be careful if I were you, Arowina.
Leave me alone!
No, nothing concealed in his clothing.
Search him more thoroughly. It's there somewhere. He just had it.
Right.
What's going on here, Mahena?
Maybe you'd be better off asking your daughter that question, Professor.
Arowina?
What do you mean?
My question precisely. What do you mean, Madam Mahena?
I have just witnessed you and he in the direct proximity of a music machine.
What? How? Is this true, Arowina?
Absolutely not.
I believe my daughter.
Aha! We've discovered a secret pocket in the lining of his coat.
Well, on second thought.
Excellent.
Right, let's see what you got in here.
I haven't got anything in there.
No, nothing.
What?
What? Oh, Arowina!
Quick! Fetch the girl some water!
Arowina, are you all right? Are you all right?
It must be somewhere. Check his bedroom.
Right, come on.
It's all right, Arowina. You'll be all right.
Higgs?
No, nothing up here either.
What? How?
I'm taking Arowina outside for some fresh air. Am I permitted to?
Of course you're permitted to.
Come on, Arowina.
I think it's time we called a halt to this intrusion, don't you think?
But my dear Nosnibor, I do assure you of what I saw. I mean, why should I lie? I'm unable to lie, you know that.
Here, a little more water. Feeling a little better now?
A little.
Listen, thank you for what you did in there. Thank you.
I'm simply amazed.
By what?
By your ingenuity, your quickness of thought.
My what?
How you managed to spirit that machine away. As children, we're all told about magic, but I'd always thought that they were simply stories. Until now, it was your magic that gave me courage.
Wait, hold on a second. I don't know what you're talking about.
The music machine. You magicked it out of your concealed pocket.
No, I did no such thing.
What?
Well, there must have been a hole in my pocket because I put it in there. I'm sure I did.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know where it is. I've no idea where it is.
What?
Well, I had it upstairs and then I put it in my pocket as we went downstairs, or at least I thought I did.
But then...
It could be anywhere in the house.
It could be anywhere in the...
Oh, no, Arowina. I called for help and took Arowina to her room. The commiseration party for the newest member of the Nosnibor family had long broken up. I stayed with Arowina as she drifted in and out of sleep. I left her room around midnight. Mrs. Nosnibor was outside her door.
Is she settled now?
Yes. I too am jaded and fit for bed.
As you wish.
What an eventful day.
Good night, Mr. Higgs.
Was it my imagination, or was there an aloofness about Mrs. Nosnibor now? To be frank, I found it hard to answer that question one way or the other. My head was spinning with thoughts of Arowina, my narrow escape, and the exact location of my controversial music box. It could only be in the living room, where all were gathered in communal denunciation of the newest arrival of the household, or here on the stairs somewhere.
Looking for something, Higgs?
What? Mahena?
You are poison.
Pardon me?
You are intent on spreading your poison. But it will not happen, do you hear?
Ow! Let go of my arm!
It will not happen!
Ow! Will you let go of my arm?
Are you still up, Higgs?
Yes, Professor Nosnibor.
Hasn't enough commotion been caused this evening? To bed!
Yes, Professor Nosnibor. Sorry, Professor Ow!
To bed, I say!
Yes, certainly.
Good night, then, Higgs.
What?
Sweet dreams.
Suffice it to say, I enjoyed no dreams that night, sweet or otherwise. In the morning, the atmosphere at the table was subdued. Arowhena did not grace us with her presence. Mahaina had left early without breakfast. Yet no one mentioned the incident of the night before. The conversation was about anything but.
I fear I may need to engage the services of another straightener. I stole some apples from the market on the way home yesterday.
Oh dear, kleptomania is such a difficult condition to cure.
Shall I see if Arowhena would like to go for a walk?
You will do no such thing. I mean, you and she have spent so much time together. You should experience Erewhon through your eyes for a while, not hers.
I could think of no lovelier eyes to experience anything through than Arowhena's. But I acknowledged the hint and said that I would spend the day sampling the delights of the Erewhonian countryside. I made a big show of leaving the house early, but watched from across the street as first Nosnibor, then Mrs. Nosnibor, with wailing newborn, left the house. I returned stealthily to the Nosnibors. Arowhena?
Father?
No, it's me.
Higgs! You shouldn't be here. It's my bedchamber.
I know, I'm sorry, but I really needed to see you.
Have you found it? You must get rid of it. Get rid of it now.
Well, it appears to have vanished.
What?
Well, I've looked everywhere, even under your father's bookshelves. I don't know where it could have got to.
Oh, I've had terrible dreams. Mahaina's going to find the machine.
No, she isn't.
Where is she?
Mahaina? She left early this morning.
Oh, my word. She's found it. She's found the machine.
Calm down, Arowhena, please. She hasn't found anything. If she had, don't you think we would have known by now?
I had these dreams.
They were just dreams. Fears. Nothing's going to happen. Put your head back on the pillow.
But Mahaina...
Shh. Sleep. You're tired. Sleep.
Yes. Well, I am tired. But I don't want to dream anymore. I don't want to dream.
Who had I to turn to but the young curator I met on the tour of the Museum of Machines with the formidable Mahaina?
What? Who?
Forgive me, I'm bad with names, but I seem to recall it was Timms?
No one who works here goes by the name of Timms.
He was one of the curators, a young man, intelligent face.
Timms?
I think so. I don't know.
No one by that name.
Very well. Thank you for your time and patience.
Ah!
What?
It wouldn't be Timms, would it?
Yes, that's right, Timms.
He's one of the curators here.
Well, then, that's definitely him.
Unfortunately, he's not at work today.
What? Oh. Well, do you know where he lives? He did say that if I needed to contact him...
We can't release personal details of staff, I'm afraid.
Oh, right. Well, thank you, anyway. Where to now? I thought. I attempted to clear my head, to focus clearly, something which in Erewhon can be difficult to do. And so I wandered the narrow lanes and broad plazas of that mesmerizing metropolis, then up, away from the crowds, into the alleys and passageways that crawl up the slopes of the valley. Which is where I realized I was being followed. A figure in a heavy shawl and long cap pulled down over his face was behind me, turning when I turned, stopping when I stopped. I quickened my step. And so did he. I ascended a winding alley, hoping to lose my pursuer in the mesh of walkways that snaked their way up the inclines of the outer city. I broke into a trot, and then a run, until I came to a small triangular plaza. I paused, listened. Lost him.
Mr. Higgs? Oh! It's me, Timms.
Oh, Timms.
I'm sorry if I startled you.
No, not at all. I was just looking for you.
I know. Listen, I have something for you.
For me?
Your music box, I believe.
When I had sufficiently regained my breath, we retired to a nearby tea house where Thims commenced his explanation.
I told you there was plenty of canned air in Erewhon if you know where to look.
But I don't understand.
One of the Harmony enforcers who raided the Nosnibors yesterday is a malcontent.
A what?
Erewhon is not so full of accord as you may think. There are those of us who prefer not to march in step with the prevailing feeling. They label us malcontents.
What do you label yourselves?
We're nothing. Nobodies. In truth, there isn't a we at all. The natural Erewhonian emphasis on the individual means we're not prone to collective action. The elite like to present us as some dissident column, but that is not the case at all.
My word. Well, I don't know what to say.
Things are quiet at the moment, but from time to time the powers that be like to use their weapons on suspected malcontents, just to let us know we're not tolerated.
What? Are you saying they'd attack their own people?
Of course. Name me one civilized nation that doesn't.
But doesn't that go...
Let me explain. 200 years ago, there was a civil war in Erewhon between the machinists, who believe technology has a positive role in society, and the anti-machinists who didn't. You've already heard the case for the anti-machinists from your friend, Mahena.
She's no friend of mine.
I am well aware of that. Anyhow, the anti-machinists won, largely because they developed ever more sophisticated machines to fight their cause.
What, the anti-machinists use machines?
It's extraordinary, isn't it? That flying machine in the museum was their masterstroke. A brilliant piece of engineering that crushed the last pockets of resistance in the course of an afternoon.
My God.
And ever since then, it's the Mahenas who have been in the ascendancy. I can't see that changing any time soon. As I said, what opposition there is too disparate, too individualistic. My little rebellion has been to secretly keep all the machines in the museum in perfect working order. I've even got your pocket watch working again.
Really?
Although, of course, I can't give it back to you. It would arouse too much suspicion at the museum were it to go missing.
Oh, no, of course. But thank you for the music box. It's of sentimental value only, but priceless nonetheless.
Well, I'm giving it back to you on one condition. That you leave Erewhon as soon as possible.
What?
It's not safe for you here.
I was coming to that conclusion myself, but you see...
Is it Arowena?
What? No.
I went to school with Arowena. She's a lovely girl. A pure heart.
I know.
Too pure, maybe. She'll never leave Erewhon. And you can't stay here. You can't.
Yes, I know.
I hope you do know. You have survived so far because of what you look like. Your blonde hair, your pale skin. Other less graceful foreigners haven't been so lucky.
Meaning?
They get arrested on trumped-up charges like tonsillitis or neuralgia and are never heard of again.
I see.
All it takes is for you to have a little accident, just so your immaculate complexion isn't so immaculate anymore. Then the public patience would soon wear thin with you.
When you say accident...
You know what I mean.
But I wouldn't know my way back to the mountain range. I've no horses.
I can take care of everything. Maps, horses, provisions, but you have to move quick.
When? Next week?
Tomorrow morning at 8. I'll have everything ready for you in the little courtyard at the back of the Museum of Machines, but keep it to yourself. Understood? Is that understood, Mr. Higgs? Mr. Higgs?
Yes. It's time to go. I remember that last night at the Nosnibor's well. Mrs. Nosnibor spent much of the time looking after the baby.
Naughty boy! Naughty!
Mr. Nosnibor had been caught embezzling college funds, and so had again sought the services of the straightener. While Arowena stayed upstairs in her room for much of the evening, only coming down after supper to play the harp at her father's request. We barely exchanged glances, which from my perspective, knowing that I was to secretly take my leave of her within hours, suited my temper perfectly. I had no wish to talk, just to look. Look on the slow curve of Arowena's neck, her delicate hands, her lips, her every last detail. The following morning, disaster struck. Arowena's nose was ruby red. Her eyes and nose streamed with the effects of a summer cold. Yet her demeanour was like that of the condemned prisoner who has set eyes on the gallows for the first and last time.
I am doomed!
Don't be ridiculous. It's only a cold.
Oh, doomed!
No, don't be upset.
Why me?
No, shh. No, your parents are downstairs, and I think Mahaina's joined them.
Oh, it's fitting that Mahaina's here. Let her contact the authorities herself.
Authorities? Come on,
Are you
Rowena.
trying to torment me?
What?
You've been in Erewhon long enough to know the consequences of my actions.
The consequences of your actions?
I am a bad person.
No, you are not. You've got a cold. A harmless summer cold. In fact, maybe it's just hay fever.
Hay fever? Oh, no!
Arowena, please, listen to me. I have had more colds than I can remember. More fevers, more infections. And do you know what I do whenever I feel an illness coming on?
I know what I must do.
Oh, well, that's good. And what would that be?
I must hand myself over to the full severity of the law.
What? Where are you going?
Father!
Close that door! Are you insane? Do you know what will happen to you?
I am a criminal and must be punished.
You are not a criminal.
Stand aside, please.
No.
Unlock that door now, Mr. Higgs.
I will do no such thing until you see sense.
I am perfectly sensible.
I have no doubt that you are. This place, Erewhon, seems less and less so to me with every day that passes.
I did not canvass your opinion on my country, nor did I...
No, please. I don't mean to pass insult. It's just... Look at Mahaina. That bitter old lady is no more an alcoholic than I am. She's sick. I don't know what the name of her illness is. I don't know if she does either. But she's suffering from a physical ailment. And yet she hauls herself up on stage as chief judge and executioner all rolled into one. Whereas, in truth, she should be the first sent to the oubliette. I know that. You know that. Don't you? Arowena.
I am not Mahaina.
No, of course not. But that's my point. Well, let's accept the law of this land. Let's accept that illness is a crime. Even so, why should you be prosecuted when charlatans and hypocrites like Mahaina, and there are many Mahainas in Erewhon, of that I'm sure, are free to live in the light of liberty? Why should you volunteer for the dungeon when they are more deserving of it?
Are you going to unlock that door?
You see my point. Surely you see my point.
Yes, of course I see it. But that doesn't mean I have to accept it, does it?
Listen, Arowena, I am leaving Erewhon within the hour. I have horses and provisions on standby.
Leaving?
It's not safe for me here, and it's not safe for you either.
You're leaving?
I have no other choice.
And you weren't going to tell me?
Well, yes. Well, no. Look, that makes no difference now. Come with me. We have time, but we need to leave immediately. Let's go downstairs and you pretend you're drunk like Mahaina. And I'll tell your father I'm taking you out for some fresh air, and then we can
Very
just...
well, let's go.
What?
It's time to go. Can you unlock the door, please?
Yes. Yes, of course. Are you sure about this?
It's time to go.
Maybe I simply wanted to believe her, which is why I happily skipped down the stairs on so flimsy and ambiguous an assurance. What is certainly beyond question is that I failed to make allowance for Arowena's single-mindedness, a trait that I much admired in her. For no sooner had we stepped up to the dining table, around which sat Mr. and Mrs. Nosnibor and the dreadful Mahaina, than Arowena let go of my arm and announced in a clear, strong voice,
Father?
Yes, my dear?
I am guilty of possessing an ear, nose and throat infection.
Oh, this cannot be!
Could you please hand me over to the prosecuting authorities without delay?
Arowena!
What a scandal! Haul her off to the magistrates immediately.
Arowena,
Are you certain you wish to confirm that confession?
Well, of course she is.
No, look, she's a bit confused. She's drunk. Look, she's drunk.
Drunk? Having suffered from that moral vice for years, I'm in the perfect position to declare that if she is claiming intemperance, then she's a fraud, a cheat, a dissembler.
I am not a fraud.
No, she isn't, you see. She'd been suffering from alcohol dependency for quite some time.
I am not a drunk.
Aha, you see? Haul her off.
And yes, Father, I do wish to confirm my confession. I am physically ill.
Oh, my word. How could this happen to us? Have we not brought you up in the correct manner? Have we not taught you right from wrong?
If it is as you say, Arowina, I no longer have a daughter. Call for the harmony enforcers.
Call for the harmony enforcers!
Arowina, what have you done?
Don't worry. I won't tell them of your plans to escape.
From the moment this poisonous foreigner stepped foot in our land, in this house, something like this was bound to happen. He has led Arowina astray. Yes, she should suffer the full punishment of the law, but so should he for conspiracy and incitement. In fact, his crime is by far the greater.
And what of your crimes, Mahina? Are they greater still?
What? How dare you? My crimes? Do you hear this impertinence, Nosnibor?
You are no more in the thrall of the god of grog than you are to the god of mercy and compassion. If I am a poison, then you are a cancer.
What?
Who called for us?
Arrest this man!
No, arrest this woman. My daughter.
Oh, there is no need for a manacle. I have no intention of swerving my fate.
I say who wears manacles, not you.
Leave her alone.
Higgs, stop. Leave me be.
But Nosnibor, this vile young man is the mastermind behind this crime. He too should be led away.
That this young man, whom we welcomed into our home as one of our own, has acted as a pernicious influence upon a gullible and impressionable young girl is beyond dispute.
Well then...
But... the laws of our land are clear and perfect. The individual must shoulder the weight of his or her actions. Arowina is the criminal here, not he. However disreputable a figure he now appears before our eyes. Arowina, you are to be taken off to the magistrate, and no doubt a life of penal servitude.
Thank you, Father.
Very well, let's move.
Arowina!
While you, Higgs, are to leave this domicile forthwith and are never to darken our door again.
Goodbye, Higgs.
No. Arowina!
I fear you have made a serious error, my friend.
I have said what I have said.
Has ever such misfortune fallen on a home in so short a space of time? On Monday a child was born. On Wednesday my daughter gets a cold. Oh, my word!
I followed for a time behind the cart which was transporting Arowina to her fate. The passing crowd hurled epithets her way, which gained in number and intensity as the journey progressed. Before long, the harmony of forces had had enough of me trying to speak to Arowina, to reach her in some way. Arowina, look at me, please, look at me!
Scram! Get out of here!
But I merely wish to speak to Arowina!
Scram! Before I do you some damage!
I did as requested, and watched as Arowina trundled slowly out of view, being assailed on this side, and then that, by the good people of Erewhon. She did not look back, not even once. I found myself alone in a deserted plaza with the sun burning mercilessly above me. My head was spinning. What should I do? What could I do? It was only at that point that I remembered... Oh my God! Thims! The crisis with Arowina had entirely pushed out of my mind my rendezvous with the faithful Thims. Was he still waiting for me in the square behind the Museum of Machines, with horses and provisions and help? Surely not. It was now approaching midday. Yet who else had I to turn to? Thims? Thims! No one there. I went inside to the museum.
Mr. Thims no longer works at the museum.
What? No, that can't be. I saw him yesterday.
Mr. Thims no longer works at the museum.
Where is he? Thims! Thims!
Please, be quiet. The supervisor will hear you. Thims isn't here. He's
what?
He's been arrested.
What?
We've been told to tell everyone that he no longer works here. But he's been arrested.
But why?
On suspicion of machinist tendencies. I don't know the details. They seized him this morning. And
what is the problem here?
Oh, no problem.
What do you want?
Well, I was merely inquiring about the museum.
Well, a guided tour is just about to begin in the lobby. Hurry.
No, I'm not really available now, so...
What? Then why are you asking?
Some other time, maybe. I've got to rush. Bye!
Good luck!
The thought of it still cuts me all these months later, as I'm sure it will do until the day I die. Was Thims arrested while waiting for me in that square? Is that what alerted the authorities? A lone Erewhonian in a deserted cul-de-sac, holding horses and provisions primed for escape. Would things have been different for poor Thims if I'd been on time for our tryst? Or, who knows, would I also have been whisked away by the powers that be? In any case, I am resolved that should I, or rather, when I return to Erewhon, I will do all I can to secure the liberty of the man who, more than any other, has ensured me of my freedom. Good morning.
Afternoon.
Oh, yes, sorry. Good afternoon. I'd like to see one of your prisoners, please.
Name?
Arowena Nosnibor.
Not possible. Next.
Oh, well, I can't see why it isn't possible to see.
You don't get on your high horse. I don't make the rules. Next.
Please, hold on. Surely you can see them.
No, I can't see. I'm not paid to see. I'm paid to administer the directives of my superiors. Erewhona Nosnibor has been fast-tracked for trial tomorrow, which means that she's currently undergoing the interrogations, which are due to continue until the trial commences. Ergo, it's not possible for you, for anyone, to visit Erewhona Nosnibor. Next.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to bother you, but excuse me. Ow! I'm here, with your very kind permission, to visit Dulcina Ribrab.
Certainly, sir, if I can just have the letter of authentication.
Oh, yes.
You've got it there.
I've got it here.
To be honest, I didn't quite know why I wanted to see Arowena, apart from the obvious, of course. I had no plan of action, not even the beginnings of one. I suppose I just wanted to talk to her, about anything, or if she didn't want to speak, just to look at her, to draw strength from her. I was lost. I sat in the busy jail office for a little while, and just when I was about to leave...
Excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear your altercation with the jailer.
What? Oh, right.
He's correct, you know. There is nothing he can do.
Yes, I know.
In serious cases, defendants have to undergo the interrogations. There's no way round it, I'm afraid. Let me explain. You see, in cases such as Arowena Nosnibor...
I had thought that the interrogations was a similar experience to the one I had enjoyed upon my arrival to Erewhon, when medical examiners had scoured every corner of my body for defects. But apparently, in Arowena's case, it wasn't to be as straightforward as all that.
In total, the defendant has to be interrogated, or examined as you put it, by 21 different interrogators, who must all concur of this to be a conviction.
21? But why?
That's the law, and it is a good law. If a prisoner is potentially facing a life of incarceration, then it's better to appeal to a wide range of expert opinion, don't you think?
Well, yes, I suppose so.
Are you still here? I've told you before, it is not possible to see Arowena Nosnibor.
Yes, I know.
Well then, will you kindly leave the premises?
Yes, sorry, I'm, going. I went out into the evening air. Stars were beginning to twinkle in the deep blue sky. I wandered to the edges of the city and found a patch of grass that had a tree in the middle. I sat down against a tree as night fell all over Erewhon. And then the most peculiar thing happened. Without quite knowing how, I found myself back among those fearsome giant statues that had greeted me when I had first arrived in Erewhon. Although now they were talking to each other.
What should we do with the Doctor? What, indeed? He has only to say the word and he can go. And you think that's likely?
He's not the brightest, is he?
And he does have a stubborn streak. Why not ask the wretch himself?
Are you talking to me?
Just say the word, and you can go.
What? What word?
I haven't got the patience for this. Let's dispense with him. No, we must give him a chance to save himself.
What word?
Just say the word and you can go. Heal yourself.
No! No! Please! Stand back! Stand back!
You had an opportunity. I'm afraid you're right. It's too late now.
What word? What word? What word?
It's too late now.
I woke up in a cold sweat. It was early morning. I looked around. No one there. And then a word just popped into my head. Providence, it seemed, was going to provide me with a rescue plan after all.
Doctor. The word's doctor.
That gentle Erewhonian woman who I'd encountered yesterday evening in the jailhouse had mentioned a curious detail of the Erewhonian process of justice. In cases such as Arewena's, where the charge is related to some physical, corporeal crime, prosecution is only possible if 21 interrogators gave the same supporting testimony. The thought was fast germinating in my head that if a single dissenter were to appear within the ranks of the interrogators, then the case against Arewena would collapse. To that end, I sat in the anteroom of the courthouse, keeping my eyes peeled for an interrogator, any interrogator, on whom I could work my persuasion.
Erewhon against Arewena Nosnibor to commence in 10 minutes. Are the interrogators assembled?
From an adjacent room, the interrogators quickly gathered. Their distinctive broad-brimmed hats cast a permanent shadow over their faces, and their long black robes swept all the way to the floor. Despite their grand title, these men were nothing but doctors, yet their garb made them look like priests, which, given the Erewhonian antediluvian and superstitious response to health, seemed perfectly apt.
Ladies and gentlemen, the case shall begin in less than 10 minutes. If you have need of any final ablutions or preparations, please make them quickly.
Most of the interrogators stayed where they were, but a couple returned to the room from which they had just emerged, while a third, evidently elderly, to judge by his gait, headed for the latrine. I seized my opportunity.
Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, curse this prostate.
Master Interrogator?
Huh? Well, who are you?
Oh, well, how can I put this? A prominent asset of my personality is my power of persuasion. I've always possessed it, ever since childhood, when I would, to the amazement of my fellow pupils and the consternation of my dear mother, confuse the poor old Reverend Pooter into thinking it was a Sunday, when it was any day but. Unfortunately, on this occasion, my powers failed me. Thus, I resorted to Plan B.
Oh, bah!
All rise!
Bring in the prisoner.
There she is!
Evil thing!
We've had to go through it!
You can get away with it just because the police see
Order! Erewhon versus Nosnibor. Case number 121999. Oh, what a wonderful thing that number is. I am well aware of the passions raised by this case. I am well aware of the rightful horror and revulsion the details of this case have provoked in the hearts of every law-abiding man and woman in Erewhon. So let me just say from the outset that when the defendant is found guilty of this terrible charge... terribly sorry. If the defendant is found guilty of this terrible charge, then let it be known that serious crime will be met with the severest punishment, no matter who the criminal is. Defendant shall rise. Enough already! Arowina Nosnibor, you stand here accused of possessing an upper respiratory tract infection. As serious a charge as it is possible
And I am guilty of it, Your Honour.
Silence! You will respect the honour of this court, or I will have you removed to the dungeons for the entire duration of the proceedings.
I beg your pardon, Your Honour. I merely meant...
It is not for you to decide upon guilt or innocence. In Erewhon, as you should know, we have a concept called due process of law. This concept separates us from the barbarians that constitute the remainder of humanity. It is for the law to decide upon your guilt or innocence, not you.
I'm sorry, Your Honour.
Now, the court would like to note that among the many depositions the prosecution has collected includes one from the defendant's father, Emeritus Professor Nosnibor. Professor Nosnibor.
Yes, Your Honour.
Your deposition will prove instructive when it comes to the sentencing of the defendant. I mean if it comes, of course.
Well, as I set out in my deposition, I informed the defendant on the morning she boasted of her crimes that I no longer have a daughter.
Oh, most exemplary. And may the court incidentally offer you its congratulations on the news we have learnt this morning regarding your accession to the chair of nullity.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Another notable deposition for the prosecution, which the court would like to note, is that of Professor Mahaina, a close family friend of the defendant's and a moral guide for generations of students.
This girl before us, with her demure affectations of innocence, is a vile contagion. Vile contagion!
Order! I will have order! Thank you, Professor Mahaina.
Thank you, Your Honour.
Very well. Let us commence proceedings. Call for the first interrogator.
Call for the first interrogator!
Kindly inform the court of your findings.
The defendant has been diagnosed with an upper respiratory infection. The symptoms appear to be abating. Indeed, her present physical condition would otherwise be categorized as excellent, but...
But this is just the lull before the storm.
Precisely.
Do you have anything further to add?
No, Your Honour.
Call for the second interrogator.
Call for the second interrogator!
Kindly inform the court of your findings.
The defendant has been diagnosed with an upper respiratory infection. Her symptoms appear to be abating. Indeed, her present physical condition would otherwise be categorised as excellent.
But this is just the lull before the storm.
Precisely.
Do you have anything further to add?
No, Your Honour.
Call for the third interrogator.
Call for the third interrogator!
The defendant has been diagnosed with an upper respiratory infection. Her symptoms appear to be abating.
Call for the sixth interrogator.
Tract infection. Her symptoms appear to be abating. However,
But this is just the lull before the storm.
Precisely.
Can you inform the court of your findings?
Physical condition would otherwise be categorised as excellent, but
this is just the lull before the storm.
I'm sorry.
Oh, precisely. Do you have anything further to add?
No, Your Honour.
Call for the 21st interrogator.
Call for the 21st interrogator!
And so the 21st and final interrogator took to the stand. Guess who it was?
Kindly inform the court of your findings.
The defendant has been diagnosed with an upper respiratory infection. Her symptoms appear to be abating. Indeed, her present physical condition would otherwise be categorised as excellent.
But
what?
But this is just the lull before the storm.
No. That is the definitive end of the disease. That, after all, is the way of the harmless common cold.
Harmless?
Cold? Come on!
You are aware, Master Interrogator, that this conviction cannot proceed without 21 identical depositions.
I am all too aware of that fact, Your Honour.
Who is this man?
Who is it? Order! Master Interrogator, your deposition is a most unusual contribution.
This man is an imposter, Your Honour.
I must have order. Master Interrogator, in all my years on the bench, I have not yet heard such a singular testimony from an official of the state. Your voice does indeed sound familiar. Would you kindly raise the brim of your hat so I am able to view your visage?
Of course my voice is familiar, Your Honour, and so is my visage.
I knew it! I knew it!
What in the name of you?
I have indeed stood before you, Your Honour, as a defendant answering charges only slightly less absurd than those now faced by dear, gentle, honest Arowena Nosnibor.
Arrest this man! Arrest this man! Arrest this man!
Order! You have placed yourself in serious jeopardy by treating the sanctity of the courtroom as your own private playground with your badly disguised voice, Miss
Call the
Higgs.
Harmony Enforcers! Call the Harmony Enforcers!
Higgs, please! You shouldn't have come here. Why did you come?
To take you away from here, Arowena.
Order! Order!
You're a fool, Higgs! Arrest this man!
The last Christmas I spent with my dear departed mother. She was already incapacitated with the illness that would take her. I was 16 years of age. Times were extremely challenging, and yet on Christmas morning she'd managed to secure for me, I know not how or from where, a little seasonal gift. I was as surprised as if Father Christmas himself had just knocked at the door. "What is it?" I asked. "Open it," she said. Unwrapping the cheap brown paper, I noticed my present was a small wooden box, smaller than the palm of my hand. "Open it," she said again. I slowly lifted the lid of the box, and...
He's got a machine!
No, you fools! There's nothing to fear from this machine. It's what machines will turn into we should be afraid of. Get back! Get back! No! No! Oh!
Arowena, come here. You're coming with me.
No, I can't. The law states...
Forget the law. There's something that supersedes every law known to man.
No, please, Higgs.
And that is love.
What?
I love you, Arowena. I love you from the most hidden corner of my heart.
But I am...
May I just put your lips to another use for a moment?
Higgs,
Are you ready to come with me?
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm ready to come with you.
They went this way! Come on!
No!
Come on,
Remember, everybody, there is nothing to fear from that machine!
This way!
Have they gone?
Yes, I think so.
You have risked everything for me. Everything.
Yes, well, the important thing now is...
You could have escaped alone. You should have escaped alone. But you stayed behind for me. For me. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, Arowena, please, we have to be quiet. If we're captured, then God help the both of us.
Yes, I'm sorry, I know. But I just want to shout it from the rooftops. You love me.
No, Arowena, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's just that...
We'll have plenty of time for that later.
Oh, you're right. Very well. Where to now?
Well, I confess I hadn't thought this far ahead.
What? Oh, no.
We just need to stay calm and be positive. Is that not the case, Arowena?
Yes, that is the case. We need to be calm and positive.
Yes. As I sat there in a shaded corner in one of the many deserted alleyways around the courthouse, I have to admit that my heart could not have sunk any lower were it made of lead. What had I plunged us into? The good citizens of Erewhon were charging up and down the streets of the capital, behaving like a savage mob from the darkest days of the French Revolution. It was only a matter of time before they chanced into a hiding place. If not this one, then the next one we'd find ourselves in, or the one after that. Shh. No, please, they're coming back. What I would have given for Thim's friendly face in those moments. I would have given my full weight in gold. Hold on a second.
What?
That's it.
What's it?
Thims.
Who?
Oh, thank you, Thims. Thank you, Thims.
Higgs, what are you talking about?
We haven't got a moment to lose.
Well, where are we going?
To the Museum of Machines.
What?
Come on. Although the museum was no more than 300 paces from the courthouse, we had to move cautiously, sometimes deviating from the most direct path if we saw or suspected the presence of an enemy.
I don't know why we're going there. Shouldn't we head to the hills instead?
No, listen. Thims, a friend, one of the curators at the museum, or rather he used to be, told me that he kept all the exhibits in perfect running order.
What? But that's dangerous.
No, it isn't. It's not dangerous at all. Even Mahaina accepts that all the machines in the museum pose no danger. Listen, Arowena, Erewhon, for all its pluses, has one significant fault.
But Erewhon...
No, listen, please. Erewhon has elevated principle over people. All civilization does this at some point. And that's the real danger. Not mechanical devices, not infections, not diseases, not the complexion of your skin or the colour of your hair, nothing. You look unconvinced.
No, it's just... Erewhon is my home.
Well, there comes a point when we must all leave home.
Yes.
Trust me, Arowena. Do you trust me?
Yes, I trust you. I trust you with every fibre of my body.
Good. Then let's go. Right, here we are.
It's locked. All public buildings are shut down in an emergency.
Good.
What are you doing?
Trying to see if this window's open.
Higgs!
Yes, it is. Come on, be careful.
This place is spooky empty.
Is it over here?
What are you looking for?
Oh, what about here?
Higgs, what are you looking for?
It must be in the next room.
Who's there? Who are you?
Say something, Higgs, say something.
Very well. Run!
What are you doing? Call for help! Call for help!
This way, Arowena! This way! Where is it? Where is it? This room? No!
What are you looking for?
I'm looking... Ah! Here it is!
You can't be serious! The flying machine!
Come on, there's not a moment to lose!
What are you doing?
I'm getting into the flying machine! Arowena, come on!
There!
Arowena, I'll help you. Give me
machine!
Erewhon!
They're getting inside the wreck!
Are you all right?
Yes.
Be brave, Erewhon. I'll get us out of here.
But I can't see how the broken wreck...
Right, let's see. Must be one of these levers here.
But Higgs!
Thim's told me all the machines here work. Now, this one's got a lever that enables the vessel to fly all by itself. Now, where is it? This one? No.
Come out! You're totally surrounded!
This one? No. This one? No.
If you don't come out, you will be dragged out by your ankles!
This one? No, damn!
As you count to 5! 1, 2, 3, 4!
There we are! Run away, Erewhon! Hold on! Don't be scared, Erewhon!
But there's a wall!
Hold tight! That's it! We're up!
Oh my word!
Now, how does one steer this thing? Whoa! Right, maybe not like that. Ah, that's more like it.
We're flying!
Yes, we're flying! We're flying!
And that was how you arrived back in England?
No. The flying machine actually ran out of fuel and we were forced to ditch it in the ocean. Luckily, we were picked up by a passing trade boat, and then...
Look, Hogg.
Higgs.
What actual evidence do you have to support this fantastical story? Do you possess any artifacts from this Erewhon?
No. The manner in which we had to flee meant that it was impossible.
Nothing at all? No books? Trinkets? An item of clothing?
I do not possess anything of the sort, unfortunately.
Well, what about the girl? Erewhon? I mean, surely she has something that could be authenticated as non-European.
Well, I'm afraid Erewhon is no longer with me.
What?
She didn't take to London. Found it too fast, too furious. And so, one morning, I awoke to find that she'd gone. Presumably back to Erewhon, although God knows if she was...
So let me get this straight. Now, you say you've been to this exotic, fertile, hitherto unknown land, and yet you've not the slightest material evidence to back up your singular claims.
Well, I would look at it in a different light.
What about this flying machine that magicked you out of mortal danger?
I told you, Lord Stafford, we were forced to ditch the flying machine in the ocean.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Are you going somewhere, Lord Stafford?
It's time for luncheon.
Oh, right. Well, I could carry on with my reminiscences in the afternoon.
I think you've overplayed the joke a little, don't you?
Joke? What joke?
Telling me all about a place called Nowhere, and having nothing to show for it. I suppose it's humour, of a sort.
What? No, the place is called Erewhon, not Nowhere. But Lord Stafford, I can convince you. Let me tell you more about it. Perhaps I should have started with the rather creative philosophy of Erewhon, rather than concentrating on my own adventures there. Do you know that they have something called musical banks? It's very interesting. You see, they have two currencies, you see, and what happens...
McTavish, kindly escort this gentleman to the street.
What?
Come on, sir. I don't want any trouble.
No, let go of me! Lord Stafford, don't go!
Don't ever come back. Do you understand?
No, Lord Stafford!
Look, we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
No, it's true, Lord Stafford! Everything I've told you is true! Erewhon exists! I've been there! And with your help, I can return!
All right!
We can return!
All right! The hard way it is, then.
Oh, please, let go of me! Lord Stafford! Lord Stafford! Put me down! Put me down!
Get out!
I tell the truth about Erewhon! I tell the truth about Erewhon! Please, somebody believe me!
In Erewhon, Higgs was played by Graham Hawley, Arowena by Jasmine Hyde, Nosnibor by Jonathan Tafler, and Mrs. Nosnibor by Sue Riding. Mahaina was played by Bridget Forsyth, Lord Stafford by David Fleischman, Thims by Lee Simons, and the Judge by Stuart Richmond. Erewhon was written by Samuel Butler and dramatised for radio by Eamon O'Neill, Martin Shea and James O'Neill. It was directed in Manchester by Gary Brown.